I don't know what this is, but the stream for Infinity Warfare is on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get copyrighted, okay, but I'm just gonna keep watching this till that begins. Come on. Oh no. Okay, thank God. I'm guessing that's gonna be the noise for the 30-second mark. Like counting down how long is left. You hear that?
Peggy 18.
It's supposed to be a remake of COD 4, I think. It looks like Modern Warfare.
Oh my God.
That's so like Modern Warfare 2 or 3. It looks like they have exo jumps. There's zombies confirmed anyway. This actually looks really good.
We have no precedent for this. We have no playbook for this. And apparently, we have little time. Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, Captains.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there.
Yeah, it's definitely a space. It's a space Call of Duty as well. Could I have some of it's on the ground? I've never played COD 4, so if any of you have, leave it what it's like in the comment section. I've never even seen a video of it. Wait, is it COD 4? Looks like Modern Warfare remake. 2 or 3.
Hello everyone, I'm Scott Lowe with Activision, and what you just saw is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the next Call of Duty game from the team at Infinity Ward and launching around the world on November 4th. As you can see, Infinite Warfare takes the series to a broad new setting, introducing new characters, a new universe, a new story. And as you can imagine, in the months ahead, we're going to be showing and talking about quite a bit. But we wanted to kick things off today with a behind-the-scenes discussion with the developers to learn more about the campaign, dive a little bit into multiplayer and co-op, as well as Modern Warfare Remastered, which you may have noticed there at the end of the trailer. That's very exciting. It's real, it's happening, and we're going to talk about it in just a little bit. But first, we're going to talk about the campaign and the story. And to share their insight, I'm joined now by Jacob Minkoff, Design Director, as well as Taylor Kurosaki, Narrative Director. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So for those of us outside of the game development realm, what do your jobs entail as it pertains to the studio and this game in particular?
Well, I'm the narrative director of the game, which means I'm in charge of all things sort of story-related and narrative presentation-related. So that means the story, the scenes, the writing, the casting the game, the characters in the game, and then, of course, directing the performance capture here at this studio we're at right now.
And design, from that perspective?
Design director, so my job is to make sure that we are implementing all of that in-game in a way that makes the emotions, the characters come across properly. You know, I focus on visual design language, mechanics, you know, making sure that the player's experience on the stick conveys all of the emotions that Taylor's scripts and performances and everything are intended to evoke.
So the two of you actually have quite a bit of experience doing narrative-driven experiences in games, most recently at Naughty Dog before coming to Infinity Ward. What drew you to the Call of Duty franchise in this project in particular?
Well, I mean, speaking for myself, I've been a fan of Call of Duty since the beginning. I remember playing the first Call of Duty. It really, it blew my mind. The first time I saw a dude put his back up against a wall and, you know, he's got his gun and he's, peeking around the corner. And it created so much more tension for me because I believed in the stakes of the moment. I believed that it was dangerous. I used tricks that I learned from Call of Duty 1 in every game I've shipped in my career. And, you know, when the opportunity arose to work on a Call of Duty, I was, you know, super excited to do that. And on top of that, the Infinite Warfare project itself is extremely exciting to anyone who likes video games at all.
Yeah, ditto for me. I've been a huge fan of the series. Modern Warfare, Crew Expendable, what an incredible opening to a game. I just remember it just taking me into that place, and I didn't want to leave. And so for us, I think the opportunity to sort of work in the Call of Duty franchise, which is known for, you know, incredible set pieces and incredible visuals and rock solid 60 frames per second action, and to be able to infuse our sort of narrative philosophy into that just seemed like an incredible opportunity.
Well, and speaking of narrative, let's talk about probably the biggest question on everyone's minds with regards to Infinite Warfare, which of course is the setting. What was the motivation to bring it to space, and you know, what were kind of the opportunities there for you guys?
I mean, first and foremost, the motivation was the enthusiasm of the team. We all wanted to make this game. We could feel it in our bones. The opportunity to take this trademark Call of Duty feel, this boots on the ground, authentic military feel, and take it into this new setting. You know, to take, in some ways, the familiar, meaning that gritty, authentic war feeling, and take it into a new setting was super exciting, and it was an opportunity we couldn't pass up.
You know, in Infinite Warfare, the world is dependent on resources from outposts throughout the solar system. You know, Earth has been stripped of its natural resources, you know, kind of like we see today, peak oil, climate change, and now the resources that we need are out there in space. You know, it's been said that the first trillionaire is going to be whoever first mines an asteroid. So you have that sort of money out there, you're going to have war. There's going to be militarization, no question about it. So in our world where the people and countries of Earth are reliant on these outposts for the fuel and other resources that they need, there's a brutal, insurgent, militarized group called the Settlement Defense Front that rises to attempt to take control of all of these resources. The Settlement Defense Front is this brutal fascist group that wants to completely control all of the outposts throughout the solar system and to essentially hold the countries of Earth in a stranglehold by virtue of having a complete control and embargo on all of the resources that the people of Earth need to survive.
So in terms of like envisioning that universe and kind of building it from the ground up in that way, but maintaining that feel, alongside of that, what has the new setting from a creative standpoint in terms of gameplay kind of afforded you that another setting probably wouldn't have had?
Well, I mean, of course, new environments, right? Space allows us to take the player to places that they've never been in Call of Duty before. So, you know, we have dogfighting in space, in a convertible space fighter that switches between zero-G and atmospheric combat. And of course we have all of the boots-on-ground combat that you're used to on Earth, but then we also have the experience of fighting in zero-G, you know, grappling around the outside of a ship that you're trying to board. And we have, you know, for instance, a mission where you are on the surface of an asteroid spinning out of control close to the sun, where it's 2,000 degrees in the sunlight and negative 200 degrees in the shade. And you have to be focused not only on the guys in front of you and creating cover there, but also you need cover against the sun so you don't get fried by it. So it creates these new gameplay challenges and these new pressures on the characters that are totally unique to Infinite Warfare.
So, you know, character development seems to be a big part of this. I mean, whether it's, you know, on the Settlement Defense Front side and like kind of making them a believable enemy, as well as, you know, the relationships you as a captain have with your crew. You know, how are you guys bringing these characters to life? I mean, we're here on this performance capture stage. It's not just a pretty set. Like,
get everyone together and shoot over a few days. We like to look at our production more like shooting on a episodic TV series. We have actors that are committed to working on this project with us from beginning to end. And as we what's really true about the character for them. And so we've got a shoot here tomorrow, actually, one of our last shoots in the game, but it's been basically perform perfect space, and so we can capture each characters to really be in these scenes and acting and listening and responding to each other in a very natural, believable way. Also, we think that our voiceovers in this game are going to be much more realistic because we don't do any voiceovers in a recording booth where an actor is sort of forced to sit on a stool in front of a giant microphone and they can't move too much because it changes the acoustic properties of their voice too much. Instead, we have wireless microphones and again these helmet-mounted cameras capturing their expressions, and they're able to run around the space. They're able to throw themselves into cover. They're able to grab a gun and shout that, you know, a grenade is coming, or or crawl up next to each other and whisper because we're doing a stealthy infill. And again, I think that's really going to transport the player into this universe really effectively.
Like the believability of this whole world is paramount to us, right?